Hey everyone, welcome back. I got a couple breaking news, I guess, although it's later in the day here in Iceland. So if you live in Iceland, you probably already saw this on the news. Good Morning America arrived in Iceland and shot some of their segment from the volcano. Now I know a lot of people watching this channel are from America. I have no idea. I myself am from Canada, so I have no idea how popular Good Morning America actually is. I have heard that it is extremely popular, but you can see here, we just scrubbed through, they went to the Reykjanes Peninsula and they did a live segment. I think it was live at least, or probably pre-recorded because of the time difference. But they did a segment here in Iceland promoting Tourism Iceland is my guess, but also taking a look at the volcano. So I thought that was really quite interesting. Here's another picture of, I have no idea who this guy is, but he's here looking at the volcano. The other big news that I found was over the past 24 to 48 hours, there's been a number of earthquakes. Now, I know we covered earthquakes quite a bit early on in the channel before the eruption started, and that's kind of what snowballed all of my interest in this volcano is when the earthquakes start happening. As you know, I'm also new to earthquakes, so this is all exciting for me. But there's been a number of earthquakes that have been pretty strong over the past 48 hours. And some of them have been the strongest they've been since before the eruption. Now, if you've seen the channel before, you know this map here. We can take a look here. We can see the stars indicated on this map are earthquakes of a magnitude over 3. We can see here, there's a bunch of different sort of seismic activity chart here that shows the earthquakes, and we can see Tuesday night going into Wednesday we have a couple over 3 and then over 4, and that 1 over 4 is one of the biggest things that we want to talk about today, is because this is not something that's happened since before the eruption. So let's take a look quickly at this chart with the actual data, and I'm going to just narrow it down to the magnitude of 3 and larger so we can really take a look at some of the time frame. Now, we can see all of these occurred relatively close together. Tuesday night at 9 p.m., 11, and then 11:30. And we can see it was a 3.1, 4.1, and 3.2, and they were all in Grindavik at around a depth, I would say, of close to 6 kilometers down based on everything. Now, as I said, this is the biggest since it's been before the volcanic eruption started over a month ago. And the epicenter of these earthquakes was about 3 kilometers northeast of Þjórsárver, if you know where that is. But it's close to Grindavik, so you can see it's 4.8 kilometers northeast of Grindavik. And it was felt in Grindavik as well as it was felt in the capital region and Reykjavik here. Now, they're saying it's caused by movement along the plate boundary and has not really caused alarm among the Earth scientists. And it's believed the volcano might require some seismic activity in order to stop erupting, but last night's quake has done nothing to slow the lava flow. And that's just one of those things that is good news for those people that want to come and take a look. If we take a look, and we'll just drag this in here, this live stream that I got going on, we could take a look. If you've been watching the live stream, you should have been able to see in this map down here on the bottom left the seismic activity in Fagradalsfjall, and you can see the spikes that are occurring and the shifting of this activity based on what we're seeing in the news as well. Now, as this is sort of going on, let's go back to this map here. We know based on some of the older videos that I did a few days ago that the northernmost fissure at the volcano stopped erupting several days ago, but the overall lava flow rate remains fairly constant. Now, if anything, they're saying that there's been a slight increase in the recent days in the lava flow rate. And scientists here are believing that the fissure may have stopped erupting because its level had risen above the other craters and it started to lack the pressure required to erupt more. So I think it's safe to say, based on all the news, that this eruption is not going anywhere. This lava is going to continue for the time being, as far as we can tell. And they're not quite sure exactly what's causing these earthquakes, especially these stronger ones. We're going to keep an eye on this. And by we, I mean the scientists, and then I'll report it to you. But it will be interesting to see if the earthquakes start getting a little bit more frequent and the eruption gets a little bit more intense as time goes on. Or maybe they're right and one of these earthquakes will just shut off the valve, so to speak, of the magma coming up and the lava flow sort of erupt from this eruption. So just a quick update I wanted to give you. One last thing before I go. Actually, there was a woman who had to get air rescued from the eruption site yesterday because she got lost from her group after midnight, and she hurt her leg and they didn't want to have to carry her down the steep slopes, so it required a helicopter to come save her. So with that in mind, if you are going to the eruption, please be careful. Bring the equipment needed. Don't try and venture off on your own, especially when it's dark. So with that said, the PSA is done. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, like and subscribe.